Greetings and welcome back to the Journey to the FarLands. Alright, let's see here. I got boats, I got beds, I got stuff and things, I got plenty of wool. Could stand to get some logs. Yeah, those things. Alright. Let's bust out of here with the brand new shovel that was made at the end of last episode, and we find west, which is this way, and we move onward to the FarLands. All right, well, here we go. Another day, another mile, or 2 or 20, or more like a mile or something, you know. I don't imagine I'm getting actually too much in the way of miles, a mile being 5,280 feet, and each block is 3 meters, so that's a little bit over 3 feet per block. I wonder what the distance to the FarLand is in miles. I'm actually going to have to sit down after I finish this and work out the math for that. Just for giggles. The FarLands being pretty much like a little over, I think it's a little bit over 12.5 million blocks from spawn. And, you know, what is 12.5 million Minecraft blocks? 12.5 million meters in miles. It's probably a fairly simple calculation, but I'm going to have to figure it out. Anyway, speaking of numbers and such, the size of the world this morning, this 203rd day since leaving spawn, 203rd Minecraft day that is 2,652.03 megabytes. And we move onward. The idea here is we're raising money for Child's Play charity, a organization of it's books and toys and and games and such to kids that are in children's hospitals, to take the tedium and the boredom and whatnot out of long hospital stays, and also to take their mind off of the whole scary I'm in the hospital for serious things for a long time thing. You know? So, let me go ahead and get this while I'm right here. And hello, I hear a zombie. Okay, we are now paying attention to what's going on and who is around. I have no desire to encounter a zombie. I'm not in the mood. Oh boy, I just love it when a phone rings while I'm recording. And, yeah, I love that even more when it's my cell phone, a number that I have given to precisely about 4 people on the entire planet, all of whom are related to me in some way. And the problem is that the dialing robots of the phone spammers have discovered that number some months ago, and they've started calling it, and sometimes they send text messages, and this time somebody leaving a voicemail, so I'll get it later. But yeah, that's just beautiful. One of the things I used to love about cell phone was the fact that because only about 4 people in the world had the number besides me, I almost never got phone calls or text messages, and never got spam calls. And you You know the calls where you answer the phone and a recording starts talking to you? Yeah, that's just so lovely. And what's really annoying is when the recording is designed to make you think, at first at least, that you're talking to an actual person. You know, like the voice that comes on and says, "Hi, this is Jack. Can you hear me okay?" And then it pauses for a second or two, and then continues on with what eventually turns into a spiel of some kind, trying to get you to spend money. And that's seriously all it is a spiel trying to get you to commit to spending money on some thing or other that no sane person in their right mind would ever spend any money on. But yeah, I mean, it's bad enough that I get probably 30 or 40 of those every week on my landline phone. But now they're starting to get into the cell phone, and that is so annoying in the worst possible way. Not that I suppose there's a good way for it to be annoying, but there you go. Yeah, and that, of course, has thrown me completely off track. But hey, what the heck? It's something that happens, and I'm sure it happens to most of us. And, you know, I've developed a way to handle it at least a little bit. Simply put, when I get a phone call on the cell phone, you know, the caller ID thing that's built into that service kicks in and shows you the phone number they're calling from, unless, of course, it's blocked. Now, obviously, if the phone number is blocked and it says the calling number or calling identity or whatever is blocked or hidden or whatever, then I'm not going to answer that. No way. And also, I decided a few years ago that if I didn't recognize the phone number, then I wasn't going to answer that either. And that at least keeps some of my annoyance down. But then there's the fact that it rings, and there are some people, like I said, you know, there are some people that actually are welcome to call that number. And so that means when it rings, I have to at least pick the thing up and look to see if it's one of them. And almost always it isn't. But yeah, just one of those annoying little things. I know somebody's out there saying first world problems. And yeah, you're right, but what the heck, it's still annoying. It doesn't make it any more fun. I like that scene. That looks cool. And I can just imagine right up there having some kind of a base that is built inside the column of rock with some kind of a watchtower, observatory, or some kind of a thing on top that is designed to take advantage of the view from there. That would be awesome. And if it wasn't for the fact that I have no intention of ever seeing this particular piece of terrain again, I would be interested in stopping to try to build something like that. But that's not what we do. Not at all. Okay, well, it looks like I'm going for a swim. This is not exactly open enough space to go ahead and waste a boat. So, in any event, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving holiday if you celebrate it, and if you didn't, then okay. If you didn't celebrate it, then okay, fine. I hope you had a good day anyway. And personally, I don't see why anybody wouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. I mean, if you don't, and that's your choice, that's fine. No recriminations, no bad feelings, or any kind of thing like that. But I figure, Thanksgiving is about stopping to think about what we're thankful for. That's really the main gist of it right there. What do you have going on in your life that you're thankful for? And just kind of bring that to mind. And in this world of majorly depressing news and one bad thing after another going on, stopping once in a while to focus on what we're thankful for doesn't sound like a bad idea, actually. And let's see, and I'm thankful for recognizing that it is now nighttime. Time to get to some daylight before the unpleasant neighbors come out to play. And I have to remember to get those logs. Not that I'm critically low or anything, I just kind of like to try to remember to do it. The next time I'm around some oak trees, I'll have to get on that. Anyway, so I had a good holiday dinner myself. Not quite as extravagant as it used to be in days gone by when there would be the big 20-pound turkeys and another 15 or 20 pounds of other kinds of foods and desserts and whatnot when I was a kid. There was 7 of us. It was me, my brother, my parents, my 3 sisters, 7 of us to sit down to dinner that day. And that became an epic adventure in food preparation and an epic adventure in stuffing one's face to the extreme. And a lot of fun just there. A really good time had just at the meal itself. And of course you've got turkey for days or weeks even afterwards in some cases, depending on your household and how your way of doing things is. Mine this year was considerably scaled back from that. Instead of a 20 pounds of bird, I get something decidedly smaller, 4 or 5 pounds. And even that, I still have at least a couple of pounds of turkey remaining that I will be eating for another day or two. I like turkey. I love turkey. It's great. But I honestly don't see myself buying a 20-pound bird. I like turkey, but I don't think I need that much of it in a short time. And it would have to be in a short time, otherwise, well, you don't want it going bad, because that makes for nasty smelling refrigerators and so on. But a good time with that. I'll be having some more turkey today, probably again tomorrow, and then I will go back to eating more normal things. Probably almost none of which are really all that good for me, except when I do some kind of vegetable stir-fry thing or something. Let's see if I can actually get down off of this thing without having to wish I had a parachute. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Beginning to wonder there. It just kept getting higher and higher. Anyway, another thing I like about Thanksgiving Day is that is one of those days that I don't care what the situation is or who needs what, unless, of course, it's really, really extreme. I don't so much as leave the house on Thanksgiving Day. I am darn sure not going to get into the car and go driving anywhere because there's too many crazy people on the road as it is. And on the holiday, most of them are out there trying to go from one place to another and making the roads even more crowded and dangerous than they normally are. Yeah. Okay. Pardon the brief mute. Alrighty. There we go. Proceeding onward. Well, there's some oak trees, but they're these great big things that take forever to cut down. Oh, wait a minute. Here's some smaller ones. I would get the birch wood, but I don't want to devote 2 inventory slots to carrying logs. So I just stick with carrying the oak logs. And I really didn't want to get cutting down one of these mega trees. Okay, I think that's it. How am I doing here? 57. Go ahead and get this one. There we go. Onward. And I'll even replant. How about that? Not that it matters. They're never going to grow because these chunks will unload before they have a chance to. As I continue traveling westward to the FarLands. Yeah. That's alright. That's fine. Ooh, scary cave thing noise, which means probably somewhere around in here, under this lake, some kind of a cave and whatnot. And those random cave noise sounds, that's exactly what it means, that you're within some kind of a reasonable distance of some kind of cave-like area. I think it's within 16 or 32 blocks or something like that. I used to know exactly, but it's been a while since I've even worried about that. Especially in this world, I don't worry about it, because the only time I ever intend to spend any time underground in this world is whenever I decide to stop and do some mining. And I figure that given I've still got 3 diamonds left, I've got 14 blocks of iron plus 11 ingots, I don't think I'm going to be stopping to do any mining anytime soon, because I'm going to use up what I've got first. Yes. Meanwhile, in Minecraft-related news type things, I have just this morning a video that went live, which is the first episode in a new modded Minecraft series that I was talking about last time, I believe. It is the first episode in the series where I'm playing the Minecraft 1.7 version of the Direwolf 20 mod pack. And this is the pack that he used in his Season 7. That I think is going to be a lot of fun, especially since I've added a little bit to it. I added Thaumic Energistics, which adds a bunch of stuff for Thaumcraft, which should be very entertaining and allows you to integrate the tech and the magic together. You know, so that's going to be interesting when I get to that part of things. And then just this morning, I added another item to it that allows for It's called fast leaf decay. And so when you cut down a tree, instead of having to wait 5 or 10 minutes for the leaves to decay and drop saplings and apples or whatever, this time with this mod, it happens almost instantly. And that's very good when you're wanting to get a bunch of tree cutting done in a hurry and collect the drops and whatnot. You don't want to spend half a day doing all that waiting and whatnot, or even worse, breaking leaves manually, because that's annoying. So yeah, added that in there too. Just a little bit of a quality of life thing. I do not need any more logs. I don't think I need any more wool, no. Yeah, alright, so I can quit looking for that. Instead, I can just look for a boat, throw that in the water, and move on. Yeah, alright. Okay. Just double checking where I'm at. Oh, it's just getting dark again, so. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Sudden sneeze just kind of jumped up and bit me here, so. I'm sure that sounded awful. My apologies to headphone users and the Society for the Prevention of Boat Wasting. Alright. Let's get this taken care of, and then I'll have to make another boat because there's a lot of water up ahead, which is fine because you move faster on the water. And you still get to see lots of epic terrain. Yeah, okay. Alright. Go ahead and make up, say, 3 more boats. Throw that one in there, collect this. And no, I'm not using an axe to break it, because in this version, using an axe to break a workbench is no faster than breaking it with your hand. Alright. Nice cloud-free day. Well, mostly cloud-free. I don't think it's ever totally cloud-free in Minecraft, unless you use a mod or some option, depending on the version, to turn the clouds off, which I've done on many occasions, because sometimes it's really annoying if you happen to be trying to build on the cloud level. That level, I believe, was 127 blocks or something like that, where the clouds are. Or 120 or 104 or whatever. I don't know. I thought I knew what I was talking about, but perhaps I didn't. Let's see if I can get around this. Yeah. Good for a little ways, anyhow. And then we're done. All right. Gonna lean this way a little bit and get up here and use the desert, because that's going to be probably the easier terrain to navigate. Yeah. Block update time. Yeah. Cool. Whoops. This way. There we go. Anywho. And of course, now that Thanksgiving is officially over and done with, it is now the annual Christmas marketing season. Although, honestly, I think the Christmas marketing season started earlier this year, because I happened to be at my local neighborhood Walmart the day after Thanksgiving. And what's the first thing I see when I walk in the door? Is Christmas decorations and a sign pointed right at the door, just about 10 feet inside, 10, 15 feet inside the door. It says only X days until Christmas. However many days it was. 61 or 62 days or whatever it was back at that point. Only so and so many days until Christmas. And it was up there the day after Halloween. Yeah. Nothing quite, and it's not because they're so worried that you won't have something for everyone you want to have something for Christmas. It's that, okay, let's remind them how close it is to Christmas, add a little bit of pressure that way, and get them to spend lots of money. Let's face it, they don't care whether you get all the gifts bought that you want to buy. They just want to make sure that you spend the money at their store to buy them. And by throwing in that little bit of artificial urgency by reminding you of how close it's getting to Christmas, this is how they encourage you to do that. Okay, looks like I'm going to get a little bit of additional water time here. Well, until I say that and it starts to fill in front of me. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, hey, just kind of bob and weave a little bit here and keep going. Great. Although it looks like we're heading into some hills no matter what. Yeah, that's okay. Got some good mileage out of this boat. Shut it, spider. And that one actually sounded fairly close. Maybe he was over there on the other side of that tree in the dark or something. All right. Okay, from the look of the clock, it looks like I'm going to be settling in for the night over on the other side of that mountain, hill, whatever it is. I don't know, might get a little farther here. And throw that away. Yeah. I'm just thinking about the whole Christmas thing. I don't imagine I'm going to be doing a whole lot of Christmas shopping this year because being in a situation where I just got propane, and by the way, I did finally get the heater and the hot water heater and the furnace both lit and running, and it's so nice to have the place maintaining a nice toasty warm 64 degrees inside. And yeah, I know that's probably chilly in some folks' opinions, but I've come to think of 64 degrees or 65 to 68 as being quite comfortable. And really it is, especially when you compare it to the 35 and 40 degrees that I've seen it go to a lot of times. And so I'm doing what I was doing before, figuring out how much I can save and how often I can do it to use another boat. Wow. Getting farther than I thought I was going to. Okay. And how much I can save towards refilling that tank when the time comes. There's no sense in waiting until it starts to get low. Let's start saving for it now while there's plenty in there. And maybe I'll have a better shot at being able to get that taken care of before it gets dangerously low. Yeah, I think I won't have a hideous problem with that. In any event, I think I'm reaching the point where I'm going to be hidey-holing. I just want to, if I can, I want to get onto a west face of this so that when I come out of the hidey hole, I'm actually facing the direction I want to travel. Yeah. Let's see here. We have a little lagoon or mini lake or something here. As the clock ticks its way down towards the sunset, let's see. Not exactly a ideal thing here, but I think if I do this, and throw a light up there, go ahead and dig in, and go ahead and set up here for the night. All right. Oh no, let's plug the hole. And then plug that hole. Get the bed set down. And make some new. All right, let's see. Start with the boats. And then the beds. Okay. I don't think I need to make much of anything else right now. Yeah, all right. Well, it looks like that's about it for today. The Journey to the FarLands live stream is coming up on December the 3rd, Saturday the 3rd of December in the afternoon, U.S. Central Time. And yeah, that should be a good fun time. Be sure to stop by there and whatnot. And in the meantime, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.